Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty, and today I have a new series that I'm starting on my COVID Stories album. And so let me give you just a little bit of context behind this. This is my COVID album, and I started this quite a while ago. In fact, I started it as part of a pocket page class that I took, and I've added some things to it already, a few photos and stuff into those pockets that I started, and a few independent stories. And today I'm adding on to this previous story about mask mandates ending a year ago and then coming back. and I will have another addition to this about the mask mandates recently ending again. But anyway, the title of this layout is going to be But Wait, because the mask mandates ending and then coming right back again within a month really was a bit startling and unexpected, and put my pandemic ideas into a different perspective. And so that is the story I want to tell today. And I'm actually going to use this collection as we take a little bit of a peek for it. It's a Cartabella collection, and I can't quite remember what it's called at the moment, but I will put it on the screen and also link you up to it in case you're interested in it. It's a calendar style collection on one side, and then just has pattern papers on the other side. So I'm going to be focusing on the solid pattern papers and my title for this layout. I designed this cut file title on my Cricut, and I will probably post a little bit of a video on how to create these outline letters if anybody's interested in that. Because it's something new that I figured out that the Cricut can do, and I think that's a totally new feature on the Cricut software. And so that is nice. I just am gluing that straight down. At first I thought I wanted to pop up the whole title within that white background, but the white background was too flimsy after I had cut out the title, so I had to attach it onto another pattern paper, which is why I have this green. I wanted to use that background to talk about some of my feelings about this whole situation. I did end up popping up those parts of those triangle arrow pieces after covering them with some washi tape. I was going to back them with pattern paper, but I didn't want to cut into any other whole sheets of pattern paper, and all the other pattern paper is kind of florally and stuff, so it didn't quite do what I wanted to do. So this layout is focused on newspaper headlines, and I just took screenshots of the online versions of various newspapers, and I have bookmark files of these newspapers that I'm going to print out articles from eventually, but here is just headlines. And at first I had printed them too big, and so it took me quite a while to realize, no, that's not going to fit. And then I went back and printed them at like a quarter the size, and each little newspaper headline is going to have the date stamped next to it, and later you'll see me add a little washi tape on it where I'm going to write down the newspaper source. So this is a lot of storytelling through news articles. I do have a couple of these stickers from that same Cartabella set that are month stickers, because that is a set that's based on calendar stuff. It did have the month stickers in there. And here's that washi tape, and that's going to give me just a little bit of room to write down the titles of those newspapers that I took these headlines from. So here I'm just going to spice up each little cluster headline just a little bit, and I did break them up between the left-hand side of the headlines were the end of mask mandates and a hint into what's coming next, and then the right side of the headlines are, okay, mask mandates are definitely back and things are bad. And then I just use that center section to add my own journaling as more of a timeline context and a little bit of feelings. And I wanted to use that house embellishment very much to say, okay, we're still going to keep staying home and still keep our masks on. But because I did have so much journaling on there, it didn't quite fit. So I will save that house icon and a couple of these word icons for another layout. So this was a quick one, super easy, and I will be bringing more COVID stories onto the channel. So I hope to inspire you to tell your own COVID stories, because this has been a long haul for a lot of us, and I know we're all in different situations with the pandemic, and have been throughout this thing. So I'm hoping this brings you some inspiration to tell some of those stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join me next week for more videos.